What?
You know what? It's way better cutting on someone else's truck than your own.
Are you getting nervous?
No, it's all good. Oh man. Yeah, you don't have a truck no more. All right, the new project. The shop is empty, so Scott's the new project. This is a 2015 Tacoma. It's got a little front end damage. It went airborne for a ways. Broke some stuff, bent the frame, they totaled it. So we're gonna straight axle it, I guess. We'll see.
I was driving down the freeway and the semi wanted to turn on the off-ramp there and pushed me off the road, and over the off-ramp I go.
Did it remind you a little bit of the Dukes of Hazzard?
A lot.
So in his brain, he was like, da 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 da.
Oh yeah. I was probably 5-6 feet in the air, but we probably went out 20 feet and landed in like a rock culvert, and it just destroyed the whole, all the IFS and all that stuff. So when I crashed it, I didn't know exactly what we were doing. If I was going to buy it back or what I was doing with the insurance. And then I called Paul, talked to him, and he's basically talked me into it. Only thing to do to keep the truck that I love is put a straight axle in it and go from there. And here we are.
All right, this is the damage. It's pretty bent. Frame appears to be pushed back. Ripped the skid plates off. It did some pretty good damage. Broke a boot. And for some reason the axle's way closer on this side than the other side, so something moved somewhere. Okay, we're almost at the point of no return here. We're gonna get the plasma cutter after it and cut all the stuff out, and this truck will be straight axled after that because we can't go back.
What?
You know what? It's way better cutting on someone else's truck than your own.
Are you getting nervous?
No, it's all good. A little. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, you don't have a truck no more. Why'd I get the greasy side? Are 40 degrees. So we're gonna cut some 20s. This is time to get to.
That guy. A 2-liter of 2.
Hey! Works for me. So grind it up, gap them a little bit, and weld it. Helping himself.
He's taking your dues.
Didn't even work down to the shop, but he's gonna drink my stuff.
This guy.
One built, 2 to go.
Sweet.
Perfect. They wrecked this truck. They kind of mangled that front one, and this doesn't protect the radiator very good. This is gonna do a way better job. And I can tie it into his winch mount and everything else, so it's tough.
What you're saying is this supposed to be straight?
Yeah, that's supposed to be straight. It's gonna be straight here in just a second.
It's like 10 times thicker too than that other
Oh
stuff.
yeah, that other stuff's cheesy.
Oh, yeah, something moved.
I don't want to come out.
So you just thought I sucked at it.
Get that broken about 15 pieces when we come out of there.
Now it's personal. He can't let it win.
Jeez.
He's firing you up over there.
As far as being able to see it.
You can see the view.
Alright, so frame plates are all welded up. Sides all done. Now I just gotta put a cross member in it. And they're sitting right there, so put them in.
We better Snapchat Scott so we can see the progress.
I have to get the bumper mounted. I gotta build some 3/8 plate that goes on the end of here. The bolts to that bumper on the floor.
So we've got Paul on this side, and we got this one on the other side. Paul Cox is part of this truck.
Alright, we got the cross member all built. I gotta weld those pieces on the end, and then I can weld them to the frame. Alright, it'll hold itself.
See how good you can buy.
That don't move very much.
Don't bend my arm. Alright, I got my transmission mount all built. I got a hole drilled in it, and now I gotta get those bolt holes to line up. I gotta drill those holes in that. Okay, so I got it setting up on here. Those are the holes down in there. I'm gonna take some normal spray paint and I'm gonna paint that so I can see them. So now I got the holes, now I can center punch them, drill them, should line right up and bolt up. So all the bolts fit, we're in good shape. Now I just gotta put it up tight, weld it into that, and we should have a tranny mount. All right, there's finished product. Mounts to the frame. Original tranny mount. Transfer case. So it acts like a little skid plate for the transfer case. So it should never hit. Top link bar will go right up here. So we're winning. Drilling holes right now for the frame so we can get it pinned. Drilling an 1.25 inch hole so I can put a piece of 1 inch cold roll through it and drill holes through it to hold the steering box on tight. We're winning. So we're drilling these pins out for the frame on Scott's truck so we can mount his steering box. Come down to Papa Dar's shop, used his lathe since I don't have one. It's like one side of my bit's a little sharper than the other. It's doing all the work. Ought to be pretty close to going through. Alright, so we're tacking the pins in that we made earlier in the back of the frame here. Good to go? I think so. Pull that off and let's look at it. Fine.
Threads as well.
Yep. Alright, we'll weld those in. Holes aren't in the same exact location. Just like we knew what we were doing. Oh yeah. Burning the rust, baby. Alright, we finally tracked down some bolts. Steering box is in, finished product. Scott's over putting ball joints in again. We put some ball joints in last night and the lock on the nut was really bad. It ended up cutting threads and screwing them up, so we took them back, got some new ones, redo them today. I don't care about them, I just want my money from them. I found enough to do what I got. Let's get this level. Well, you got yourself a bumper.
You don't have to trip over it no more.
Nope, that's the best part about it. That shouldn't ever come back off. I shot him anyway. Yeah.
Scott and the wife are potty training right now. A boy.
He pees in the shower. It's all better than all over my walls.
We're gonna take the running boards off of that and build some new ones. I just gotta cut some 45s on those pipes on the floor, and we'll start building the other pipes. That's what we're gonna do.
That looks real good.
Oh, Han.
Story of your elbow now. What happened to your elbow? Let me see your elbow and I'll tell the story.
Flamin' Scott.
He leaned up against this when it was still hot.
Smelled like high dollar leather.
We got all the plates almost welded on the frame except the one that grew legs and ran off somewhere. And then we gotta cut some 10-inch pieces of this same stuff, but on an angle, and weld it into the frame, tie this all together. Rock sliders are built.
Guys making money. Why is it my house?
Those were a good old rip.